Man, I am so glad that Washington, D.C. is getting involved in sending aid over to the brave people of Ukraine so that we can help support and defend free and fair elections over there and their democracy.
Since Mr. Putin made this decision around Crimea and Ukraine, not because of some grand strategy, but essentially because he was caught off balance by the protests in the Maidan and Yanukovych then fleeing after we had brokered a deal to transition power in Ukraine.
What the hell did you just say?
After we had brokered a deal to transition power in Ukraine.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. The president of one country is brokering a deal to transition power to set up the president of another country? Huh. That doesn't sound like democracy to me. And free and fair elections? I don't think so. People ask me all the time, hey Brian, do you really use that keto elevate stuff and does it really work? The answer is yes and yes. Never in my entire life have I lost body fat so quickly. Not even in my prime at 25, which is over 25 years ago. I'm approaching 54 this year. If you want to support the channel and do your health a favor, grab some with my link in the description. There's a lot of people that feel sorry for this guy. You know what this guy is? First, let's listen to what he says on this little video, this 40-second video that he produced. We're going to listen to what he says, and then we're going to kind of translate that into reality.
Good morning to everyone, Ukrainians. Lately, there has been a lot of fake information online that I call on our army to lay down arms and to evacuate. Listen, I am here. We will not lay down the weapons. We will defend our state because our weapon is our truth. And the truth is that this is our land, our country, our children, and we will defend all of that. That's all that I wanted to tell you. Glory to Ukraine.
Wow, now that sounds commendable. Sounds like a nice guy. It sounds like he really cares for his people. But let me offer up my own translation. In my own opinion, you can fact check me or whatever, fact checkers. Hi, I'm puppet clown, comedian, and actor, dangling like a marionette from the strings of bankers. The banker-controlled NATO and the UN. I was installed during the 2014 coup overseen by the Obama administration to serve U.S. military/Zio interests.
Since Mr. Putin made this decision around Crimea and Ukraine, not because of some grand strategy, but essentially because he was caught off balance by the protests in the Maidan and Yanukovych then fleeing after we had brokered a deal to transition power in Ukraine. After we had brokered a deal to transition power in Ukraine.
And I betrayed my people for power and profit. That's what this guy should be saying. If somebody gave him sodium pentothal or something and he started telling the truth, that's what he'd be saying. He'd be saying, you know, did you know on a reality TV show I played the Ukrainian president? And now here I am, actor and comedian, living the role as the Ukrainian president. Only the reason I'm in my position is not because of the democratic process and the vote of the Ukrainian people. No. I was installed through a coup. A United States NATO-driven coup where the Obama administration actually installed me, and that's the position that I currently have. And oh, by the way, did I tell you that I'm friends with Klaus Schwab over here? Yeah, Klaus is my buddy. But this is for the Ukrainian people. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. This is all smoke and mirrors. This is dog and pony. We are in the big top, watching the center ring of the distract, deceive, divide, demoralize, dehumanize, and conquer campaign of mainstream, fake stream, CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra Media. That's what this is. In my opinion. It's just my opinion. Who am I? You're just a frickin' YouTuber. You don't know nothing. Who are you? In the backwoods over there in Oklahoma. Where's that on the map? Jeez. Yeah, just go ahead and discount it. But, you know, the facts bear it out. That's the U.S. Government's own documentation that there was a coup in 2014. Obama actually admitted to it. They installed their guy. Now, why would they do that? Why would they interfere? Why would the United States government interfere with a free and fair election? Is that were even a thing? What would they say if, I don't know, Russia interfered with our election? Oh, that's right. We know what they say. They take you through the ringer. Russia interfered with our election. That's why Hillary Clinton didn't get the presidency in 2016. So they don't take too kindly when they think there was foreign interference in our free and fair election. It's just ridiculous. But they don't mind doing it to other people. And that's not the only people. Regime change is the operation of the CIA, guys. That's what it's all about. And it's usually to secure U.S. military-industrial complex interests. Not American interests, U.S. military-industrial complex / ZIO interests. Because who controls Congress, which is the opposite of progress? Who controls Washington's district of corruption? Where do all those lobbyists come from? Where do they funnel all that money through? How do they buy off all those senators and congressmen so that they can make all those laws to make us less free and more impoverished? Where does all that come from? Key bono. Who benefits? Follow the money. Where does it go back to? Almost every single time. I think you know. I don't even have to say it. Pretty much anybody who's got two brain cells to rub together knows where all that money's coming from, where all that money's going for, who's accumulating and centralizing all that power. Because that's what this is, guys. In my opinion, what you're seeing play out on the world stage, actually just on your TVs, because we see camera footage from people in Ukraine showing a completely different story. What you're seeing is the 29th missile launch is brought to you by Applebee's. World War II will be brought to you by glazed chicken fingers. Get your glazed chicken fingers before that mushroom plume flows up in the sky. Back to you, Brad. Hey guys, we know with the way things have been going, it can get really interesting really quick. So make sure you and your family have a long-term storable food supply. Support the channel and get $50 off with my link in the description while you still can.